accept Jubilee? When they had that film contest and they showed the checks and you could win $1,000, I was thinking, man, if I had known that, I would have done a video or two or three. Because I got school loans. Anybody got school? I got like 3, okay. I got school loans, so I need some cash. That was excellent. Tonight, we're going to talk about creation. And what I'd like to do is frame this discussion in terms of us thinking about all of life as a gift. That everything is a gift. And what does it mean, what would it mean for us to see all of our lives, every aspect of who we are and what we do as a gift? Christmas is awesome. Not simply because we get off from school, not simply because the music is joyful, but it's a time, at least in this country, where many of us receive gifts. And with great anticipation, we unwrap those gifts and we treat those gifts in special ways. We love receiving gifts, and many of you also love giving gifts. And I'm wondering, what would it be like if we were to reconceptualize all of our thinking about what it means to be a Christian, what it means to exercise our faith in the marketplace and in the world as being those who receive gifts, so that we might be those who can give gifts. So this is all about our union and communion with God, that God has made us into the kinds of people who are givers of gifts because we have received gifts. And God has given us the gift of himself. He has given us the gift of other people, and he has given us the gift of creation. And we are to use these gifts not only for our good, but also for his glory, because all is gift. Everything is a gift. The air that you're breathing, the Nutella that you eat, it is all a gift. And if we receive these things as gifts, and we seek to pay them forward by giving them as gifts to other people, we will have lives that are grounded and characterized first and foremost by gratitude. And so our union and communion with God, and our union and communion with other people, and our union and communion with the creation itself is on the basis of grace, or as they say in Scotland, grace. It's on the basis of the graciousness of God that we move, that we live, and that we have our being. So it's all a gift. It's all gift. And so I'm wondering, what is it like for us to think about the fact that God created the cosmos? He created all things in the heavens and in the earth. It begins in Genesis chapter 1, that in the beginning, God created. And he created the Garden of Eden. He created the cosmos. He created everything as a gift. A gift that he gave to himself. And in the context of that gift, he placed men and women in the state of goodness and completeness and freedom. God saw that everything that he had made was good. He called it very good. You see, there's nothing inherently wrong with the creation itself. In fact, there's nothing inherently wrong about being human. God said that everything that he made was good. It says it in 1 Timothy 4, verse 3 and 4. For everything created by God is good, and nothing is to be rejected if it is received with thanksgiving, that is, when it is received as a gift. That means that you are a gift. You are not a loser. You are not a punk. You are not worthless. You are not simply a commodity. You are not simply a means to someone else's pleasure or someone else's economic reality or someone else's political gain. You are a gift. And I know that for some of you, you don't think you're a gift because you've never been treated like that. You've grown up in contexts where you were treated as something less than a gift. And so you struggle with understanding whether or not you matter, or whether or not anybody cares about you or loves you because you don't see yourself. You don't believe that you are in fact a gift, that God delighted and was full of joy when you were born. He was smiling on your birth. God does not make junk. And so what he did is he placed these beautiful people in the garden itself, in the creation itself, and they were hanging out with each other, right? I mean, Adam and Eve and the giraffes and the lions. There were no roaches. There were no rats. There were no cats either, except for big cats. There were big cats. No house cats because they came after the fall. Cats are demonic and evil. Next year I'll do a breakout session on that. Why cats deserve to burn. Lake, sulfur, fire is all about cats. The serpent was actually a cat. So there they are, hanging out in the garden, right? They're having a good old time because this is what God made them to do, you see, right? See, not only did God put us in communion and union with him to receive the creation as gifts, he also put us in union and communion with each other to see that each other is a gift. So Adam received the gift of Eve. See, our union and communion with God and other people means that every person that you meet, the person with whom you're sitting next to, is a gift to you right now. They're sitting next to you. You're surrounded by a couple thousand presents. So just as you walked downstairs or upstairs or helicoptered in to your house on on Christmas, and you saw a tree full of presents, when you walked in here, your first thought should have been, look at all these gifts. These wonderful people. So God said that it is not good for the man to be alone, and he made a helper suitable for him. As a gift, it says in Genesis 2. Not good to be alone, got a helper. Helper is a present, is a gift. You see, fellas, women are a gift to you, right? They're a gift. And so when you are around them, I know you think about, well, I want to unwrap the gift. But guess what? God made you to think that. And ladies, men are a gift. They are. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And sometimes, yes, even you want to unwrap the gift. But that's good too, because God made us for that. but there's an appropriate time that you're supposed to unwrap the gift. You see, this is how it works. This is how it works. So check this. You listen, check this. This is quick. Watch this now. Pay attention. Watch, listen, okay? This is what happens, right? So, ladies, because you know that you are a gift, when you're sitting on the couch or in the car and Brother Man starts to like reach, you like, psh, pow, right? Right? You're like, and this is what you say, whoa. I'm a gift. You don't have permission yet to unwrap this. Okay? You gotta do two things, right? Two things. Number one, you gotta put a ring on it, right? You gotta put a ring on number one, all right? And then number two, you gotta stand in front of a judge or some preachers in the whole world and tell them that you love Jesus more than me. Okay? All right? And held up. And when you do that, you can unwrap this gift, but until then, that bow's staying tied. Right? And ladies, same thing. Listen, the fellas are a gift. And so, ladies, I know, right? So, fella's sitting down and he's just not paying attention. And you want to draw him near you. So, you start reaching and grabbing his leg. And you got to be like, brother got to be like, hey, this is hard. You be like, no, woman. No. I know that you, and as all women do, know that I am a gift because I am myself. But woman, you must wait it. Because what you have to do is wait until I put a ring on it and wait until we stand before a great cloud of witnesses and you declare that you love Jesus more than me. And then we can unwrap gifts together. Because this is what God wanted us to do in the first place. This is all good. And so God put them in the garden to unwrap themselves and each other, and these wonderful things happened. Babies came out. Why? Because babies are a gift. Children are a gift. The family is a gift. And so not only was it not good for man to be alone, it was also not good for man and woman to be alone. That passage is not simply about marriage. It's about the family. It was good not just for Adam and Eve to be alone, so he gave them the means by which they could create more people, because more people is good. You like that grammar? Babies are good. Children are good. So in the garden, we see that marriage and family and relationship, these are all gifts. There's nothing more awesome than to be a parent and to have babies. These things are gifts. The point of marriage is not simply to have a roommate that you have sex with. That's not the gift. The gift is being able to raise up more gift givers. We call them children. And it is a wonderful thing to think about our union and communion in terms of more people, in terms of relationships. So we love friends. We love our friends. We need friends. We need union and communion with other people. God made us for this. He made us to have relationships, and when you don't, you feel lonely. You feel sick to your stomach. You can't stand it. If Jubilee, if you heard the conference was just you and a bunch of speakers, you wouldn't have come except for two of you who are super introverts. Two of you are like, oh, that'd be great. Woo, no people, none of this. Oh my gosh, it'd be awesome. Be really quiet, right? This is a picture of what it means to have the kinds of relationships that God intended. These friends, every 5 years, for 30 years, they've been friends. And every 5 years, they take a picture together. For 30 years, they take the same picture together because this is what friendship is about. God made us for this because your friends are gifts. When was the last time you told your friend that he or she was a gift to you? Now, why is this the case? This is the case because what it means to be made in the image of God is not just individual. It's true that I am made in the image of God, and you are made in the image of God, and even your roommate is made in the image of God. But it's also true that the image of God is too vast and too deep for any individual to contain it, to represent it. And so what it means is that the image of God is actually plural. It is corporate. It is not simply that I am the image of God, but we are the image of God. And it is when we are in union and communion with one another, in harmony together, that we put on display before a watching world what it means to be in God's image together. So we share life together. We find those people, those comrades, those friends, and we lock arms and we hold hands and we do life together. And I pray, because I know that some of you don't have that now. You're alone and you don't know how to tell people that you're hurting and you're lonely. What you want is for someone to care about you and to call you and to text you and to invite you to and to invite you to things. And let me tell you, for those of you who have that, keep in mind that there's someone that you walk past who doesn't have that at all. Friends are a gift. Every person that you meet is a gift. And if you see them as gifts, how would you treat them differently? First and foremost, because they are here to be a blessing to you and to other people. So not only do we have these gifts that we have in terms of receiving communion union with God, not only do we have the gifts of being in union and communion with other people, but God has also given us the gifts of managing his creation, of being priests over the creation. We take the elements that are in the creation itself and we refashion them. It is a beautiful opportunity to mirror God. God uses our intellect and he uses our freedom and he uses our creativity to have a priestly function over the creation. It is all forms of life on earth are put under our care. And so what we do with those things, we take the stuff that's in creation and we shape it and we refashion it and we do things with it, like creating 5 Series BMWs, M5s in particular, black on black, with a slight tint package. Rear passengers darker than, anyway. We take the aspects of creation and the elements. We take carbon and hydrogen and nitrogen and oxygen and phosphorus, and we make wonderful things like chairs and coffee and Nutella. Because we see these things as gifts. So one of the ways that we can understand our work, your work, what are you doing? We are working in the creation to unwrap those things that are embedded in the creation, that they may be gifts to the world. Creation needs to be is designed to be, is put in front of us to be unfolded and developed in our priestly activities. We do this when we unwrap it, we develop it, we do all sorts of things to it so that those things that we create, those things that we make, those things that we think about, those things that we redesign can be then given as gifts to the world, as gifts to society. All is gift. Everything is a gift. Everything that you touch and you smell and you taste, it is all a gift. And we use these gifts for the purpose of being in union and communion with God and other people. The products that we make, the services that we provide, all of these things are used for the purpose of us being gift givers, receiving gifts and giving gifts. So we do these things in the marketplace. I mean, this is what work is, right? I mean, we're taking the creation at work all day long, and we are figuring out a way to unwrap it, to give it to someone as a gift. And so when you're thinking about your major, like what are you going to major in and why? The question is this in terms of calling. What aspect of the creation do I want to unwrap? Do I want to unlock for the purpose of it being a gift to other people? For their good and for their flourishing, because those people are gifts. And why does this matter? It matters for the entire life of the world. For God's world. His mission, his goals, his orientation, his perspective that he has placed us as receivers of gifts so that we can be gift givers. Now, some of you will have the capacity to give gifts on a very large scale. Someone in this room will have the opportunity to give gifts on the scale of maybe being the governor of your state or even the president of the United States or being the CEO of a large company. And you can give gifts to the culture and society that way. But then most of us have the wonderful opportunity to be gift givers where God places us. And so 1 Thessalonians 4:11 says this: make it your ambition to live a quiet life and to mind your own business and to work with your hands. Make it your ambition to not be awesome, to not have 6,000 pictures of yourself on Instagram, but make it your ambition to live a quiet life and to work with your hands and to mind your own business, because God intends to use you as a gift giver wherever you are. In big places or small places, in your town as a soccer coach one day, or as a mom one day, or as a school teacher one day, or as a bus driver one day, or even as someone who makes candy one day. Gift givers. Gift givers. Gift givers. All is gift. But there's a problem. There's a problem. Our hearts have been changed. We used to understand that we were situated as gift givers for the purpose of using our gifts to be a blessing to other people, but something changed in our hearts. And so now we use our gifts for our own selfish gain and for the purpose of abusing people and taking advantage of people so that we might win. And that's what you're going to talk about tomorrow. how that all got messed up. That is the basis of the problem. And so because we are gift givers, because we are supposed to be the kinds of people who receive gifts for the purpose of giving gifts, my deep prayer for you all is that you would find it wherever you are, that you would understand it wherever you are, to see that God wants you to understand that he has given you the gift of himself, and that is a place of joy, and that you will understand that your roommates and your friends and your parents and everyone on your campus is a gift, and that you will relate to them in terms of them being gifts. You will be thankful for them. I pray that you will see and find this weekend opportunities for lights to come on to say, I want to be a gift giver in that part of culture, in that part of society, in this part of the church, because God has made me to be a gift giver, because I have been the recipient of the greatest gift in all of creation, in all of eternity, because he got on the cross. And so may you be gift givers with reckless abandon. And may you be the kinds of people who are blessings wherever you are, so that people will know and they will understand that you are the one, because God has changed you from the inside out, that now your life is characterized by grace, because you are a gift to the world. Thank you very much.